Hey, Tony Gassens here. Now, today we're talking about the male psychology in relationships. And this is what I want you to understand. If you're a woman watching this, but even if you're a man watching this, it's good to understand yourself as well. Now, I've been studying relationships, working in relationships as a professional since 2007. So I want you to understand it's different than just a little random regular tape than what you see online. And the number one thing that I see about the male psychology in relationships is that men are afraid to love and to lose, meaning men fear betrayal, men fear abandonment. So, what you have to realize is that to love and to be loved is the greatest feeling on earth. There is nothing that feels better than to love and to be loved. No type of activity, exhilaration, no type of release from your body. Nothing feels better than to love and be loved. That is why our Creator inspired the writer, the author, to write in the sacred text that love is the greatest gift given to mankind. So, what I need you to understand is that if this is the greatest gift, then why doesn't every man seek it? And the reason why every man does not seek love is because of fear. Fear is the root. And it's not because of the past, because a lot of men have never experienced trauma. A lot of men have never been hurt. So they literally are going off of what they have heard and what they have seen. And what they have heard and what they have seen is half of the story. Because 9 out of 10 men who have been hurt by a woman hurt her first. I'm going to say that again. 9 out of 10 men who have been hurt by a woman hurt her first. But that is not told because, as you know from male prisoners, as men, we're always innocent. We did not commit the crime. And if we committed the crime, we don't want to do the time. And if we committed the crime, it was somebody else who made us do it. It was their fault that we took their life. It was their fault for having their purse in their car. It was their fault for doing this thing or being in this place or saying this thing. It was their fault. One thing you will learn about watching men who are in prison, on lockup, watch the shows, talk to the men that you know. One thing you will learn is a lack of accountability. So when someone lacks accountability, the true story is never told. So when a man says you can't trust these HOs, why can't you trust these HOs? You can't trust these HOs because of what they are going through and what they've had to put up from the HOs that they done dealt with. The men they done dealt with. Like Chris Brown made the song. These HOs ain't loyal. But he has also shown us how he treat women, what he do to women. He's not alone. So if you look at the story of the men who bash women, you're going to see that they bash women out of anger because they received a taste of their own medicine. So that's what you have to understand. That the psychology of a man is to kill or be killed, to hurt or be hurt, to hurt someone or be hurt, to lie or be lied to. Now understand, there are exceptions to the rule. There are men who don't think like this and move like this, but why? They don't because their fear is spoken to. Their inadequacy is spoken to. Their insecurity is spoken to, meaning it's brought up in conversation. It's addressed, be it by a therapist, a mentor, a life coach, a girlfriend, fiance, or wife. When a man identifies the problem that he is suffering from, then he is able to gain the wisdom, the tools to solve the problem. If he cannot admit that he feels it or that it exists, then he cannot heal it or solve it. So this is what has to be done. I remember sitting on a podcast with a young man who he was interviewing me, and he was talking about he lost his relationship because he cheated on his girlfriend, who was a pretty woman. And I said, why did you cheat? And he said, I cheated because I assumed she was cheating. And I said, why did you assume she was cheating? He said, because that's what everybody says, that women cheat more than men and just don't get caught. And that you can't trust these HOs. So I cheated to have an ace in the hole. He said he cheated just in case she cheated. He could not feel hurt because he could then say to himself, well, I did the same thing, so I can't be hurt if I did the same thing. Come to find out, she did not cheat. She hadn't cheated. So when searching all her stuff and everything and all that and asking all around about her, all he heard was stories of her being faithful and turning men down because she was with him. And guess what? That's the thing. That is very common. And we as men, we do this a lot. We will take and make sure that we don't get hurt. And the reason why we do this is because we fear that we won't be able to handle the hurt. Now, why do men fear being hurt? That's another video in itself, but I'm going to take and touch on it. Watch somebody. Forget them. Got all these packages in today. My house a mess today. So, women will take and say, okay, well, women get hurt all the time. Women got to heal all the time. Why is a man so afraid to be hurt? Why he so afraid to be hurt? Why, if a woman could be hurt and go through, why the man so afraid to be hurt and go through? Men are so afraid to be hurt because men's healing is not praised or promoted, because men from a young age are told big boys don't cry. Big boys don't cry. So when you hear big boys don't cry, that statement says don't have the space to men don't have the space to hurt. Got some. Got some. Yeah. Got him. Got a little son. Just for the blessed tribe. Yeah. For the blessed tribe, y'all gotta forgive me. You gotta forgive me. The nail might be a little dirty. Diamond pendant that say blessed. Blessed. That's the back of it, but that might show it the right way. Diamond. Yes. Blessed. Yeah. See, my wife want that or my son want that. So I ordered them diamond pendants because I'm about to sell them for $200. That's my new pendant line, blessed pendant line. For the blessed tribe. You ain't in the blessed tribe, you probably ain't gonna get the link. Good little Christmas gift, birthday gift, a little something. Sterling silver and diamond. So yeah, I'm probably selling for $250. Then I might sell the little diamond tennis chains with it too. Might sell those for $300, $400. Yeah, coming soon. Entrepreneur. So listen to me. See, as men, we fear not being able to heal. We fear not being able to forgive. See, a woman will be vulnerable, put herself out there, put her heart on the line, put her life on the line, put her ego on the line, put everything on the line for love. A woman to give everything for love. She'll sacrifice everything for love. She'll do everything for love. And even if she fears being hurt, she believes in love. And she believes that it'll work. And she has hope that it'll work. See, men are more pessimistic when it comes to love and relationships. So a man feels like, if I get hurt, I'm going to be suicidal or homicidal. Idle or homicidal. That's how a man feel. Whereas a woman, that might not cross her mind until the feeling itself comes, and then she feels that. And so that's the difference between women and men. It's the difference between our mind and our thought process. So what a man has to realize is that he's safe. He's secure. Not insecure. He's secure. That he's safe. Not vulnerable, but he's safe. And that he's loved. And he's appreciated. And men are bigger babies than women. I'm going to just be honest with you. Men are bigger babies than women. Men don't have to give birth. Men don't have to have a period every month. Men don't have to go through the bodily pain that women go through. So because of that, we are softer than women. Although we present masculine and tough and macho and all of this, at the real heart, at the real core, a woman is actually tougher than a man. And if a man is honest with himself, he'll realize that, especially men who was raised by a single mother, who dad punked out and ran away, who dad abandoned the family for another family or for drugs or alcohol. If we are honest with ourselves, women are actually tougher than us. But I'm called a simp for recognizing the strength of your mama, the strength of your single mama, the strength of your married mama who maybe was cheated on and beat on. I'm called a simp for recognizing her strength and being honest about it. And then seeing so many men abandon their children and run because they don't want to accept responsibility for their actions of having unprotected sex. Don't want to stand up and man up and be a man the same way all the prisoners is innocent. Come on now, we got to be real. So this is the psychology of men in relationships, and this is what has to be addressed. The conversation has to be had. Are you afraid to be hurt? Are you afraid to love? Are you afraid to be abandoned? Are you willing to give everything, to sacrifice, to be completely open, to be completely honest for real love to flourish? A man got to hear these questions, not on no first date. Might not come till 3 months into the relationship. When you know you ready, you know you even got something. Then you go to talking about it because he need to hear it. Because once he hear it, it's going to stretch his mind. He's going to be aware of it. And then when he's aware of it, that's when he can address it. Hey, this is Tony Gasson. God bless you. We'll talk soon.